Hello everyone and welcome to the fourth episode of season 4 of Dragon's Crossing. Okay, what do we have today? We finally got some clarification by the team that actually there were some planned changes, but the team didn't manage to deliver on time. Um, I guess these were changes to the new zones. Let me see, season 3, um, zone 3.1. I hope you see my screen well. I'm going to zoom out a bit so we can see here on the side as well, on the right side. This is the daily boss, the Pegasus, and the Hydra is the zone boss for zone 3.1. These are also referred as the new zones. So I don't have much information here, um, but uh, basically zone 3.1 should be the same. So you can refer to the there is a link into the description of this video. With the spreadsheet, you can refer to this data here, and also zone 4.1. The team mentioned that these monsters will be nerfed, so they will be slightly easier to kill, which is good. Basically, the only downside of going into zone 3.1 and 4.1, because you cannot cross zones like 3 and 4, go to 3 and then 4.1. You need to choose a path after, let me see here, I'll log into Rodale. When we discover these tiles, the last two will be the travel tiles to zone 3 and zone 3.1. Let me see if I have a hero that already discovered them. This guy. Okay, I think this is my best for performing hero so far. Okay, but she didn't discover them yet. Okay, let's see this mage. Nope. Okay, sometimes you may get this error, so you need to just refresh. It's not something critical, it happens from time to time. Okay, let's see this one. I died today with 3 of my heroes actually, and I had like 5 coin flips in zone 2, and unfortunately won 2 and lost 3 of those. So yeah, this hero has this task open. So Wanderer's Thicket is the new zone. So the new zone since season 3, I mean, and Fall Waste is the zone 3, which was from the beginning of the game. What is the difference? So if you decide to go here, you are not going to, it will be like regular zone 1 and 2 mechanics. You you need to like heal, don't die. This is like all standard stuff here. There's no new mechanic. The thing is though, in zone 3 and 4, the rarity of the items works as expected. So if you get a mythic sword, you can expect that there will be um, the base sword stats plus one rarity bonus, which is random, and if it's mythic, it's quite significant. So the rarity bonuses, they work in foul wastes. And the next zone 4, which I forgot how it's called. So in the Wanderer's Trinket in 3.1 and 4.1, the rarity bonus is not going to work. What does this mean? This means that when you have a mythic or a common item, the rarity doesn't matter at all. So the only thing that matters when you have an equipment drop is the base stats of the equipment. So, for example, if you have what will be a nice example? Yeah, if you have an armor which could roll between 20 armor mitigation chance and 30, between 3 and 4 mitigation amount, and okay, let it be this, and 1 charisma, for example, from 1 or 2 charisma. The base item, you can get it with maximum stats, 30 chance, 3 amount, and 2 charisma, and or you can get it with the minimum stats or some mix between this. So the only thing about equipment in the zone 3.1 and 4.1 will be how they roll the base stats of the um, of the item. But and this was quite harsh actually. Some people were complaining that they last season that they expected some bonuses like to build tons of charisma or another attribute, and they were counting on this extra rarity bonuses, or usually armor mitigation chance is really nice, like additional bonus that you can roll on an item. This way you can boost significantly your defenses. Um, so that was a bit like the downside of this zone. The upside, though, is that you have 50% chance to to get an extra experience point when you complete successfully a combat adventuring quest. So this works only for adventuring quests, not daily bosses, not zone bosses, only for the adventuring quests. If you fight and if you win, you have 50% chance to get bonus +1 experience. And this is pretty good. I have seen the previous season some people getting this bonus multiple times in a row because it's a chance. You could have it in a row, like 5 times in a row, and instead of getting 5 experience, you may get 10. Or if you get some non-combat encounters, you can get even more. So that was pretty much labeled as if you get very nice luck in these zones, you can uh, possibly even come back hard from dying earlier. Or you can, if you didn't die and you're performing well, you can just shoot ahead of the competition really fast. And this is quite nice incentive to go into the 3.1 and later 4.1 zone. There is another downside though, and it is that if you fall below 20% HP, the wizard Cocytus appears and teleports you to Eidos, which is in the first zone. And then you need to travel back to zone 3.1 or 4.1 to continue playing. Basically, if you allow yourself to fall below 20% HP, you'll need to spend quests to travel back to this zone. And even with this downside, I think it was worth it to level up here. What else? The team said that they nerfed Zone 4.1 monsters, so they will be easier to kill. Before that, in Season 3, um, as I remember, we could probably kill 3 monsters and we need to go back to heal from Zone 4 to Zone 3 because Zones 1, 3, and 5 have healers, herbalists. 2 and 4, they don't have a healer. And if you don't want to die, you need to heal. Also, Zone 1 in Eidos and Zone 3 have adventuring guilds, so you'll be traveling back anyways. Something that we are going to do here as well. We need to heal, we need to go back to Eidos, we need to level up, we need to go back to Eidos. So it's the same, but this time probably we'll be able to kill a bit more monsters, like 4 or 5 if you're lucky, or if you get a persuade or a chance even more. And with the bonus experience, you may this may be sufficient. You may have sufficient health to level up more consistently and travel back to the previous zone to sync your leveling up and healing, because you would not want to be at, for example, here we're 3 out of 10 experience, but imagine we are 9 out of 10 experience and we need to heal. We are at 1 hit point. We cannot do an encounter. For example, 1 or 20 hit points. We cannot do an encounter, so we need to go back, heal, spend quests. There is a trick that you can level up 1 point in zone 3.1, but let's say you don't have this luxury, or you're past the level requirements for that trick, and you need to go to 4.1 to get this 1 experience point, and then travel back again to level up, and you'll be spending 4 quests to travel instead of only 2 when you manage to sync your healing and your um, leveling up. And my thoughts are that there is simply no decision here. So everybody, if they want to be competitive, they need to pick Wanderer's ticket and travel there after they level up 8. In my opinion, it's the best at level 8. Because otherwise you will be at significant disadvantage. Even the rarity item thing, like downside and teleporting you to Eidos, it can, if you stay healthy and you watch your health bar and be smart when to take a combat and when to heal, you'll be miles ahead, like a whole level or 2 ahead people who are picking the old zone 3 and 4. Definitely, in my opinion, with the information that we have at this moment, this is no choice. You need to go to the Wanderer's ticket. And by the way, farming, what we're going to see now, farming zone 2 will be, we'll set some rules and tips. We'll try to come up with efficiency advices, and the most important one is what I already told you. You need to sync traveling back to level up with traveling back to heal. This is really, really important. This way you will be the most efficient. Um, and what else? Yeah, we'll see this as we play now because we'll be doing Zone 2 farming, which is kind of a soft practice for Zone 4.1 farming. And let's switch now to our warrior. The warrior is doing the worst, by the way, so far, but we will be soon in the new zone. Let me see the equipment. Okay, now the transitioning rules apply here. We don't want to go in the new zone too early. We need to have some experience under our
Let me
belt.
pose you a riddle.
Let's
Some people say the
kill this
fastest way
guy.
to someone's heart is through flowers.
I
Obviously,
have
they've never picked up a blade.
turned on the voice, but I'll turn it off and I'll put some slight music. It's better because when I'm talking and the game is also talking, it's a bit hard. Okay, so far so good. We got 2 experience. This ring is, yeah, it's an upgrade. And here I'm choosing the middle option, and you can get heal for 8% or nothing happens. You can basically have a chance to heal for free for a small bit. Okay, we have wisdom here. We're not that interested in wisdom. Okay, we need 6 experience to go. Are we able to do 6 quests in the new zone with level 5 and um, and this amount of health? We're almost at full health. I'll try one more quest here and I'll kill the guy because I want to get non-combat encounter. Ooh, we also got an item upgrade, so you see, we're getting equipment, although we're not getting NFTs and experience. So that was a nice decision. We still have 2 items to upgrade, the hat and the boots. And we're still healthy. Let me see, I have 4 grapples. I need 6 experience. I would like to go there when I need 5 experience. Okay, let's see, persuade now. I'm favorite. Yes, we won. We got the experience. We didn't spill any blood, so traveling. And my feeling playing with the other heroes is that at level 5 it's very much it's much more harder here, especially if you're under geared. I don't think I'm under geared, I'm well geared. But it's much harder to play here in comparison to level 6. Okay, and also I found out that these trolls are uh, not that bad. They have a lot of health points, but not that much damage. It usually don't take you much health points. This guy on the other side, if I were level 6, he will be at 38. He will be 3 to 12 damage. It would be much more easier to take on this guy. But the thing is, if you see my spreadsheet, let's switch to zone 4. This is the place where the shield for a warrior drops. And what can I tell you? The warrior needs a shield. Yeah. there is one funny thing, like a warrior without a shield, it's the same as a warrior with shield, but without a shield. It always cracks me up. uh, it was set in a different context, and probably in Bulgarian it sounds funnier, but it was like a samurai without a sword. It's the same as a samurai with a sword, but without a sword. Okay, so we need to fight this guy to have a chance to get a shield. So I'm going to burn my skills here. Nice, we rolled the max of damage. Now the grapple is in effect. We continue to do good damage. One more attack. And now I'm going to use the skill track to kill this guy. I don't want him to take an extra swing. Ooh! I'll add this to my database, spreadsheet database. Okay, so it not only drops a shield, but it also drops a sword for warrior. And now if we have a shield, it's even better. We have a really fine weapon. 1d8 and with some parry. It's not like the best. If it had rarity, it would roll another stat as well. But for now, our current weapon is pretty good. We didn't lose too much health. Basically, in this zone, if I'm fat, if I'm really fat, like my ranger Callista, I barely lost health with her. So, but in general, what I consider, like, I need 3 experience to level 5 to next level. So I need like 30 hit points minimum if you're very lucky, about 40 hit points in average, and 50 hit points if you're safe. And this is, for example, if you don't have skills and you have decent equipment, not the best. If you have the best equipment, you may do tons of encounters here without spending much health points. Okay, the orc, like 0 damage, we armor mitigated. 1 damage, we armor mitigated. 0 damage, we armor mitigated. And that's it, we took 1 damage. If you're geared in... and armor mitigation is the best defensive stat at the beginning. We have some dodge that we start with, which is pretty fine as well. But armor mitigation is king. The chance especially, not the amount. You see with 7 amount, I managed to block almost all the damage with my armor. Okay, this guy can be tricky, but warriors kind of don't... Ooh. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Let me use this. I'll hope for a easier encounter next. After that critical, I got a bit worried. I'll still have some... Ooh, right, that's very nice hat. This guy drops really nice stuff actually. You see, a very nice mage offhand, probably mage main hand as well, or the main hand is by the Elven Protector. Yeah, but this is super cool for a ranger, for any class actually, this hat. It is like a unique item. It's a very rare item that you can find, and it gives you a bunch of stats. It's the best for ranger, but it also has quickness and charisma that probably almost every class can utilize very well. And yeah, decent armor mitigation, proc, and also dodge. And this is the base item. If it was like a rare or mythic, it would have something additional to that as well. Why not like 5 or 6 strength for whatever, or some wisdom for a mage. It would be super cool if you roll it. But like the base item is very nice for a ranger. And we are healthy enough, unless we meet somebody. Okay, I'll try persuade actually. Lost. Okay, we didn't take hit. These ones and the fairies are pretty hard for a warrior. I don't know why, but they usually take some damage, and as the easiest encounters, nobody. I think a lot of people, including myself, underestimate those fairies and elven protectors. Yeah, and my pro tip, yeah, this was a very nice upgrade. Pro tip for this zone, a lot of times, like all these coin flips that I mentioned today, 5 of them, and I died in 3 of them, were because I was at about not even 20 but 18 experience, and 18 hit points I mean, and I needed 1 experience to level up, and I decided to risk it. Probably I didn't have, I don't think I had any skills, but I say, okay, I can get an Elven Protector or Mischievous Fairy, and 2 of these 3 times I got the Elven Protector or the Fairy, but it did more than 18 damage to me and killed me. One of the times, after missing 5 or 6 times with a warrior in a row, when the Fairy or the Protector were at like 5 health, I needed to hit once with minimum damage to kill the monster, and I missed like 5 or 6 times in a row, and in the end it was a coin flip, either they kill me or I do, and they had a higher initiation and kill. That's very unfortunate, and on average this would not happen. The other death today it was in the same situation. That's why I'm telling you, because you may be greedy to do this sync up that I told you, to level up, go back, full your experience bar, go back to level up and heal. Yeah, this is the dream, but it's not worth dying. That's my, like, first it's the advice in the zone 2 farming. If you can sync it without the risk of dying, it would be very good. But if there is a good risk to die, okay, this character is kind of like cursed or something, I don't know. Doing bad and bad rolls and everything bad happening to this poor girl. Anyways, it's not risk. It's not worth risking to die. Better go back, heal. Maybe you can, if you have 1 point to level up, even at level 6 you may, or at level 5 you should definitely try it here in the first zone, heal and try it here. At level 6 you still have a chance to do it here, but I would not advise you, because you spent a lot of quests. Better to travel. On average you spend less quests if you travel. You need to be really lucky to get a troll. Or yeah, and now I'll heal for 1 quest, and I will go and spend 2 quests here probably. So number 1 tip, don't die. This is like throughout the whole game, but for season 4 zone 2 farming, if you can sync going back to heal and level up, that's great. But next tip, don't die trying to do that. And tip number 3, don't try this quest, the daily quest. It's an ogre, with 70 or 80 hit points, hitting like a truck, and he has awful skills. Skills that amplify its damage even further. Let me see if I have it. I think I had it here. No, in season 2. Yeah, this is the ogre. So you get minus damage, minus dodge, minus parry, so it's easier for the ogre to hit you. The ogre gets 30% bonus damage, which becomes insane. He has probably the same or damage as you if you are fat, and with this buff he hits like a truck. And usually he has like 70-80 hit points. The only way to take on this boss, daily boss, is if you're full health, full skills, and probably have some very nice gear. I remember last season dying on this guy with full health, full skills, with okay gear. I was hoping that I get a ring. This is his loot. It's nothing special. Okay, I needed a ring because I didn't have a ring, and I tried to kill with 100 HP with all the skills. I think it was a ranger, and I died. He killed me. He casted his spell all the time on me, and he hits like a truck, and I died. So I I don't see a case where you would need to fight this one unless you're, for example, level 10. You need 1 experience when you go back to level in Eidos because you didn't discover the tile for the Adventuring Guild in next zone. And you can go back and fight this guy if it's easier than a monster in zone 3, but I I I don't think this is the case. This guy is pretty strong, and he would be probably stronger than most of the monsters in the next zone. So definitely I don't think there is a case where you would fight this daily quest at all. So avoid it, like don't do it. Yeah, let's start. Okay. Right now I'm not hoping for hard encounters, Beastmaster, although it's the one that gives you the best items for your class, the warrior. And I feel pity about the warriors at the beginning. They really struggle. Zone 1, Zone 2. At Zone 3 they pick up the pace. Because probably you'll find a shield in Zone 3, and they're pretty good in Zone 3, Zone 4, until the zone boss in Zone 4. It's one of the toughest for warriors. Definitely from all the classes, Zone 4 bosses are the toughest for warriors. But they pick up the pace, as I said, and they're quite effective in especially in these new zones 3.1 and 4.1. I would highlight using the build with wisdom and second wind skill. You can heal and use the herbalist less, so you're not going to spend quests on healing that much, because your damage skills, overhand chop, grapple, other skills are just a joke, and and you and they're better even probably than Berserk, because if you don't hit consistently, it doesn't matter how much damage you do with Berserk. If you don't hit, you don't do any damage. Yeah, with that said, let's switch to the Ranger. He's doing pretty good. actually, and mm, what else? He's geared fine. He has very nice, like not that many level 4 items, but he has nice equipment definitely. I'll try persuade, and with very nicely geared. Yep, we discovered. I don't want to travel. I need the experience though. Nice, we got the experience. We are full experience bar. So we discovered the tiles to the next zone, which is always good. If we have a decent main hand, we can even use the offhand with the main hand for a bit more damage. I'm not going to buy one though, because I'll be spending quests. So we have very decent gear, and you'll see now how easy it is to fight with the ranger in this zone, to farm zone 2. Not very lucky with the rolls, but okay, let's continue pumping quickness. As I said, being able to kill before getting killed, it's nice. Okay, it's not level 7. At level 7, we'll be able to put 1 point for indexterous hands, which is nice additional skill to use. Not the best, because it scales with your critical and parry. Parry is awful at this early stages, and even later stages it becomes like 30%. But you can get from items a lot, especially if you dual wield. But critical also is not that great at the beginning, so you're going to get like 4% and 2% better. It is something like you can use it. It's not like useless, but don't expect wonders from it. Okay, so we're healthy. I'm not going to heal. I'm just going to travel to Mysterious Forest and start grinding to level 7. Okay, this is probably one of the cases I'm going to use bar projectile. Liches are doing a lot of damage. Beastmasters are the hardest. They are the chonkers, but liches are right after. I just said that with rangers are breezing in my opinion, and mages through zone 1, 2, even 3, but then later they fall off a bit because of the types of monsters, the equipment, and probably because other classes become better at that point, like the warrior. We didn't lose much health. This guy can be pretty... He has a skill that impacts rangers the most, because basically you're not critical striking. But you can roll maximum damage, which also helps. Yeah, not doing the best. We have 7 experience left, and we have like 10 HP to pay for each experience point. Unless we get some easier monsters. Ooh, that's a flea. Okay, nice that he didn't hit us. Okay, great. Oh, I remember the third time I died, I was fighting a Beastmaster. I decided to flee right away. I was at about 30-40 HP, and I fled until he killed me. I was not able to kill him definitely, but if I knew that it would happen, I would try at least. Yeah, my philosophy is like try to fight back or die trying from now on. Okay, nice, we got an upgrade. Okay, yep, upgrade and easy encounter, although we lost like 10 HP. This could be a critical, this could be a critical, but because of the skill. Okay, we lost some more HP here, but we found better boots probably. Let me see. Okay, so these ones are rare. So these ones rolled the rarity bonus on the armor mitigation proc chance. That's why they have better chance than these ones. But these have parry. As I said, parry is not the greatest actually. I would prefer nearly 5% armor mitigation than 3% parry. Okay, if this works, we're okay. Nice. We're starting to be like it's possible now to do to get 4 experience and probably for 50 HP. What I noticed also is that once you discover all the tiles, first you need you have 2 lore encounters, so no non-combat encounters. For these tiles you get 1 non-combat encounter, and non-combat encounters are significantly less here. It feels like that in the beginning because you need to discover a lot of lore and stuff. Yeah, it feels that the non-combat encounters are less frequent in this zone. And also, definitely Zone 1 has some buffs about weapon drop rates. And don't expect after that in general to find... Okay, I don't need the possible refund of quests. I'm going to touch the orb, nothing happens, I'm fine. I still have 10 plus hit points per experience and I have my 2 skills. Let's see what we have. It's an orc, great. As I said, they don't do much damage, and if you do a lot of damage, I'm just in case using an arrow. I hope this is the last damage he does. Wow, that's unfortunate. And here probably our initiation, better initiation helped. 1 charisma. I don't think it's worth. And here is where I become super greedy. Now I need 2 quests. And it would be basically perfect if I manage to do 2 experience. It may be in 1 quest if I get non-combat encounter after that. So if I get an easy encounter now, I'm fine. I have a skill. Okay, it's not easy one. I cannot escape this guy as well easily, so I need to fight it. And it would be a close one. He can kill me in 2-3 hits. Okay, nice that we critted before he casts his spell. Kill him. Oh no. Nice. And this is the base version of the boots without the rarity bonus on the armor mitigation. You see how... Ooh, nice guys. We got non-combat encounters, so you know what happens here. If I pick this one, I may lose an item or gain 2 experience. If I pick this one, I may gain 1 experience, which I actually need, or lose an item. I'll pick this one Give me one experience, please, 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 please. Yes, 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 yes. This was lucky. I really didn't want to try. Maybe I would. I don't know. We'll see later. You'll see later. For the new ones who don't know my playstyle, they may think, oh, this guy's crazy, but others who regularly watch my videos from other seasons and OGs of Dragon's Crossing, they may say, yeah, this is classic, I know Kung Fu. Starting a combat at 15 hit points or less. Okay, leveling up. Okay, give me the quickness and now extra point in strength. Actually 2 points because we got a really nice roll. I'm getting one use of dexterous hands. Okay, I have 2 quests. So I'm level 7. I plan to do more fighting in... Should I fight more in zone 2 or travel? Let me see how... Okay, how are the monsters in 3.1? Okay, health points, they're pretty healthy, like the bolt orc that we have in zone 2, but most of them do pretty nice damage. They'll do the same as we do. They don't have great quickness, so you're able to flee, I guess. The level 7-8. Yeah, I remember this level 10s. Okay, if we travel there at level 7, we are not going to get... maybe this one, the gremlin, will be... Yeah, he is the chonker and he'll be with exclamation mark. But anyways, try to flee that one. Okay, he has 20, others are okay. We have a unicorn with 19, but he's one of the easy ones. Well, but probably it's good to fight some more in until level 8 in zone 2. Others will argue, why spend more time in a zone that doesn't have a healer and you need to travel to heal? Well, you'll see that now I managed to sync it up, and I'll try to do that next time as well. So, another thing which we can do now, there is no point in healing. This is another tip. Especially in a zone where you have a blacksmith. So if I go now there without healing, I will not try quest, although it's a viable thing that I may do. Maybe with other heroes that I'm not showcasing, because I don't want you to pick up on my bad habits. I am going to buy a sword for one quest. Why? Because it's 1d8 damage. And remember, we have 1d10 here, but we have also an offhand. So if we combine these two, we're going to have more damage, more minimum and more maximum damage. We're going to lose the critical dodge, which are nice, but we get more damage. Damage is always better. So, unless they're like monster stats. Like, I don't know, 10 critical and 10 dodge. Yeah, we got nice improvement in our damage, and we'll be dealing with Zone 2 tomorrow, even easier than today. More easier than today. Or more easily than today. I'm not a native speaker, as you probably noticed. Yeah. Okay. This guy is pretty in a pretty good spot. He will start fighting here, and level up to 8. Probably I'll be able to do with full health, full skills. I'll be able to fill this 10 XP unless I get some really bad RNG tomorrow. At least these are my expectations. I have super nice damage, I have very good gear, and also I have all my skills. I got this bonus dexterous hands. I'm feeling optimistic for tomorrow. Okay. Oh, and one more thing. If you travel now at level 7 here, even if for some reason you manage to do well, probably you'll need probably you'll discover the healer quite fast, I may say, but you use it also more often. And you're not going to be able to discover the adventuring guild very quickly, and you'll need to travel back, and you'll spend more quests travel back from level 7 to level up to 8, one more quest. So it seems to me, maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments or ping me in Discord. But this is how I feel like. Usually the rule of thumb is you need to stay in a zone until the monsters stop giving you experience. The lowest level monster is 4 here. So at level 8 there is good chance that I'm going to get encounters which I'm not going to get experience and NFTs. So it's a good reminder to to go forward. And last but not least, one of my best performing characters, the mage. Very nice equipment, not level 4 items, but mages and rangers, they can get item drops more easily in this zone without needing to fight the Lich King or Under Lich, or let me see. So Mischievous Fairy drops weapon for a ranger. Bolt Orc, super easy as well, offhand for ranger. The mage stuff are dropped by the hermit, and which can be tough a bit, but the Underlich and the Beastmaster are way tougher and harder. So you can get nice gear, especially weapon gear, and warriors are basically totally screwed until maybe zone 3. They need to endure and try their best to be as efficient as possible. Okay. It's one of the hard encounters, and I want to get 9 experience, so I'm going to use Firebolt here. It will have 6 additional damage from the damage over time. Okay, nice. We didn't take that much damage. It could be better, but 20 damage for a hard monster, it's like normal. Hopefully these ones are not going to do a lot of damage to us. Nice. If we 2-shot them, it's really great. Okay, this is the lore encounter. That's why we are not getting non-combat encounter when we discover the tiles. Okay, let's use the firebolt again. I really think the previous time it helped me to kill him in one attack less. Okay, now I'm struggling, missing a lot, and he also missed a lot, but managed to do quite some damage. Persuade. It's a coin flip. Ooh, partial, and I'll take it. Although this one. Oh no, it was the Elven Protector that gives Wizard Sword, and actually we don't have an offhand. We don't need the sword. This is better. The weapon that we currently have. Yeah, let's try again. Partial win, I'll take it. I'm not spending health, guys. I'm not too concerned of gear. I'm trying to level up as efficiently as possible. Gear is fine. Even if you're good geared in zone 1, you will be fine here. Ooh. Oh. And let's see. Take all. Okay, obviously. Sometimes it's not the case, but in this case, this is much better. I have +7 charisma from the mythic roll. I will have 2 less damage and 7 more charisma and 2 more quickness. If we manage to pair this with a nice offhand, it would be really good. And actually, rangers are the best in these zones because they can reach the highest damage potentially from a combination with the main hand and offhand, like 1d4 and 1d8, like from 2 to 12 damage. And warriors, they can reach, if they're super lucky, from 3 to 10 damage, and same as mages, unless they find the two hand. The two hand is from 1 to 12, so it's closer to what it's closer to the damage of the rangers. Okay, now I'll need to fight. 5 damage, 7 damage, and that's it. You see easy monsters like 5-7 damage, hard ones 20, average about 10. So if you're good geared, you need on average like 10 to 15 maximum if you're unlucky health to per experience point, per combat even. Okay. Daily quest, and again lore. And 37 health. I have skills, 1 skill. It's Lich. Let's fight it. Don't have that much information what the Lich gives. Oh, it gives a spare for a ranger, which is not better, much better than the bow. It has bonus damage up to 2 bonus damage. Oh, and this one is DragonsWatch. Shout out to the DragonsWatch team who are community builders. You can see how you're doing currently. This doesn't matter until everybody kills Abaddon and lock their final benchmark, but it's very nice to see your winnings here, and what else? Your heroes. Usually using the app, the Dragon's Crossing app. If you want to browse your heroes, okay, let's see my best performing hero. What items does she have? And you can see very easily. And with and if you want to see about this mage, boom, you click and you get it. And with the Dragon's Crossing app, it's much more clicking, loading, so it's slower. Definitely very nice tool that I suggest you using if you haven't already. Start using to see how you go, to definitely some quality of life changes here. Yeah, you can see how you leveled up if you forgot. It shows you the time for the next reset. You don't need to log into the game. You can just open the DragonsWatch app. And it's in the description of the videos. Okay, strength, hit points. Let me see what I have. Oh, okay, we got something that I avoid as the devil. Okay, what is this? Okay, it gives me nice. It's not worth it, it's not worth it. Better to keep the armor mitigation percent chance. Let's hope for nice rolls now. Best roll for HP and second best for stats. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Quickness and then 1 charisma. And we're getting the bonus charisma, so 18 charisma already. Pumped a bit the quickness and we're level 7. We unlocked the haste, but we're not going to be able to use it. Actually, also we don't need it right now that much, because it's best for prolonged fights or when you're fighting harder monsters. Definitely very useful, maybe one of the best spells against bosses and daily bosses. But sometimes with a battle mage, when you just give up leveling up charisma, maybe you have 4 charisma to start with and you have very nice quickness, you can put everything in quickness and probably the rest of the points, like first obviously wisdom, then quickness, and then the rest of the points in agility. Probably it's the best, yeah. And just forget about charisma, forget about persuade. You will build really nice chance to hit, and in my opinion, it's the same amount of skill points to use. You can just not use Firebolt after level 7. You can switch to using haste instead of Firebolt. When you see a tough fight, boom, you cast haste at the beginning of the fight, and you barely miss. You barely miss. I can remember 1 or 2 times that I missed like normal monsters when I was having haste. It's a very powerful spell. And now I need 1 quest to heal. Yep, I think 1 will do. Because I don't need to buy an item now. I have a main hand, but usually this is another thing when you're here at level 7 or earlier. Do I want to buy a main hand? Because what happens if I get a nice offhand drop in the second zone? To pair them together, not to wait till I come here to level up again. So I have 2 nice main hands, so no need for that. Okay, and now 3 quests for 60 health points. So this is kind of 20 hit points per quest, per fight, and they should be more than enough. Okay, We lost some, but we're still even more than 20 now. And this is also fine. Okay, nice that we did that critical. Oh. And this is not that great. We have one quest. How to use it? Okay. So I want to check a theory of mine. I'm going to do something which I'm not sure if it's great. Actually, okay, so the thing is I have one quest. Usually I would let it burn here. But I want to go into the Wanderer's Ticket Zone and do one combat there at level 7. Only if you get the Chonker level 11 or harder monsters at level 11 you get the exclamation mark, otherwise you would be able to fight them. So I will travel here and I'll do tomorrow. I'll do tomorrow one or two, it depends how it goes. I want to do one or two fights here, see if I'm able to discover the herbalists really quickly, because there was a while before I discovered all the tiles and in the previous zone, and there is a mechanism when you do combats and not flee them, not persuade them, but win through raw strength. you have a counter. So if you don't discover a tile in X amount of combat encounters that you win, you get automatically next time when you fight you'll get a tile discovery. I don't know if this builds up in the previous zone, and basically once you come here and do one quest and you'll discover the healer. I want to try this theory out tomorrow with this hero and see if we're going to discover it quickly. If not, I'm anyways going back to the previous zone. Even if I discover it, this means it's working. So I'm going to go back to the previous zone, fight there, level up in Nados, come back here in zone 3 at level 8, maybe do one more quest, and if this counter builds up, I'll get free discovery, like 2 quick discoveries. I need to check this theory tomorrow, and sometimes you don't have the right setup. I don't know how much time passed after I discovered the last tiles in the previous zone and how much quests I did there after that. But it's worth trying. Interesting theory that I can check. Yeah, let's see let's take one look into Professor's spreadsheet and the data. Okay, in terms of levels, my ranger is it's in the top. I think she has a bit less efficiency because Peanuts has one more experience. But one experience, like it's one quest, is negligible. That is close, and also we have 2 mages here. Seems it's dominated by mages and occasional warriors and occasional or rangers as well, a bit lower. Yeah, but warriors are... I don't expect them to... Sorry, that was Cyrillic. So, let's say top 30. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 warriors. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 6 warriors, 10 rangers, and 14 mages in top 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's refreshed. Yeah, definitely it's rough for the warriors in the start. Maybe not in zone 1 if you have a 2-hand early, but zone 2 they're kind of screwed, as I said. Yep. And you can see who died. They're pretty high, but for some reason their attack damage and defense is pretty low. Oh, wonder why this happened. Well, answer is because my guy died. Probably this guy as well. This guy as well. And probably these are all my guys. Yep. Yeah, others are playing much safer, or they died earlier and managed to recover. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, that would be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Listen to my advice. Be careful farming zone 2. I underestimated it today and paid the price. And what else? Yeah, we know what's going to happen. I told you, pick the wondrous ticket path. Let me show it to you once more. It's this traveling tile. Be careful when you click tiles, especially they're moving, like you may have the healer here, then discover the daily boss, and somehow the daily boss becomes here and the healer becomes the next tile, and you by accident click daily boss when you need to heal. You're smart enough to know what usually happens in these situations. Okay, misclicking it's really bad. Yeah, go here. And one more change in season 4 is that Abaddon is not level 21 but level 22. So what does this mean? If you let me show you Abaddon. It was a strategy which is also viable. You'll get a pro tip as well. So Abaddon the Destroyer, level 21. It will have not these stats, because here I'm fighting him intentionally with an exclamation mark. I had all the best items I could farm with all my heroes, and I get Hasty Wish and Haste and some firebolts with this character. So Abaddon didn't stand much of a chance. Usually at level 21 he has a bit less damage, like 240 hit points. You can see he has quite a lot of quickness, so if you want to flee from Abaddon, definitely consider putting quickness to match this, or at least be at 30 something. You see I'm at 36 with this mage, and I have much more charisma here. So he will be 22. So if you fight him at 17, you have much more penalties than when you fight him at 18. And at 18 you'll still have the question mark. If you want, not the question mark, the exclamation mark. If you want to fight Abaddon without penalties, you need to be level 19 to do that. So the level difference between 22 and 19 will be 3, and you don't have exclamation mark. I guess though, if you're trying for the top 3 spots, I guess this would be people who managed to kill Abaddon at level 18 with the exclamation mark and very nice gear and very nice spells. It's still a chance to kill Abaddon because you will not have the best gear, and even with the best spells and very nice, not the best in slot, but very nice gear. I tried that previous season and it didn't work. I tried this same strategy with the mage. I got, and with the warrior actually. The warrior got maybe even almost best in slot equipment for the warrior, and he didn't die, but he needed to flee. And I was not even close killing Abaddon because of the miss of the warrior. I don't think I have seen one guy being able to kill Abaddon at level 17 with a warrior, and it's only one case that I have seen. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have seen plenty of cases of mages. Almost everybody has trained to do that the previous season or tried to do that. Some with more luck than others. This season probably the person that is going to win first place is going to be with a mage, maybe a ranger, possible ranger. I don't think it will be a warrior. And he will be able, or she will be able to kill Abaddon at level 18, or I don't know, maybe somebody will try even at 17 if they have the nice equipment. It will depend on when you feel strong, when you have the equipment. If you have the other setup right, the skills, the gear. Yeah. So a mage with haste, hasty wish, and firebolt or fireball. Or maybe why not a battle mage without charisma but with tons of agility and force shield to mitigate the damage. This would be crazy good late game. Unfortunately, when I tried this build, I was not able to reach the end game very efficiently. If I can say it like that. I died a lot and it felt really hard fighting the monsters without unmitigatable damage. Like the firebolt and all the damage skills do. What else? Yeah, rangers may do this with sniper for sure. It's required at lower level, probably 18. Sniper skill because of the 10% flat chance to hit bonus for the whole combat. Probably one use of improvised trap, and they probably need to spec into like putting strength to be more potent the improvised trap. And the rest would be custom poisons because it's the highest damage output skill. The other ones you need to cast them only once. That would probably be another setup with very nice gear for a ranger that you can use. The thing is that the mage can use whatever gear, whatever is like with the best stats, for armor mitigation, for dodge, and wisdom, which you can get on even some charisma. You can get on warrior standard, like heavy armor parts, equipment parts. But the ranger kind of needs the agility to do a lot of damage with custom poisons, to do a lot of critical, to do a lot of additional damage, because the more damage you do, and remember, yeah, they are specializing in critical strikes, right? So the more damage you have, the more critical you will do, so the more damage output you'll have. So agility is really, really important for rangers, and other stuff is really, it doesn't matter. If you have the sniper with tons of agility, also you're going to be almost guaranteed 2 critical strikes as well once you use the spell. The next 2 or after you cast the spell and do a basic attack, next 2 attacks will probably be guaranteed critical strikes as well. So yeah, a lot of theory crafting how to kill Abaddon early and take the top spot, be the winner, the champion of season 4. And actually these skills, they don't cost that much. I remember when Hasty Wish costed like $60. It was crazy because there were like 2 or 3 skills found at all. So now they're like $10. Sniper maybe even less. Haste is maybe around $10 as well, or you can find these ones while playing. So anyways, my point is that skills are more affordable now, but I would not recommend you buying the skills unless you have a real shot at this. Your hero is performing really good, and usually how it goes is right before you decide to fight Abaddon, you go to level up, right? And in the adventuring guild you can learn the skills if the hero doesn't have them. You can buy them if you want to. If you really think you have a shot to be the champion, or in top 3, probably it will be a nice return of investment. But other than that, you will just pay money to try to kill Abaddon early and rank higher, and if you fail, you just keep the skills. Next season or on the next try you may succeed, but definitely next season you can also perform good with this character and try similar or same tactic. Yeah, investing in your hero, especially if it has nice base stats and rarity. Yeah. And with this said, I'm going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed all the talks, all the gameplays, and yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye.